Hello and welcome to day 2 here in Marrakech. I've moved on to my second Riad, which is this one directly behind me. It's called Riad Larose des Sables. I've booked it for the one night B&B, so let's get checked in. Right, so I've got my key. I'm in room 4, called Tubia 4. So you just come straight into the room. It's not a very big room again. I found with the Riad so far, this is the second one in a row, I've found that the rooms aren't that big, they're not very spacious, but this is my room for the night. Again, I booked a double room for single occupancy. It does have a separate private bath and a private toilet. The guy on the reception just brought me up, Hassan, brought me up and told me that that bathroom and toilet is solely for the occupant of this room. So I'll show you them in a second. So this is the room. As I say, not a lot to show. It's nice. It's bright enough. The decor in here is a lot brighter than the last Riad. The Riad had a lot more character to it. This is quite clinical in a way. But I do like it. It's nice. It's a contrast to the last Riad. But that's the whole purpose of doing a series, is the fact that I'm giving you different choices. Right, so check-in was dead easy. It was a passport. I'm up on the first floor in room 4. Now I did book and pay for this online, but there is a tourist stroke city tax. It was 20 dirham, works out roughly round about between 150, 160. Depending on the conversion rate. Now, I'm glad in a way, the last Riad that I've just stayed at, they didn't charge me a city tax, which tells me that the city tax was already in the price. Now, the one disadvantage with that, should I say, is if you don't turn up for some reason, then you've already paid a city tax stroke tourist tax for an accommodation that you've not actually gone to. So the fact that they don't charge you the city tax until you arrive, then, you know, that works in your favour. Because if you don't turn up, you haven't paid it. As I said, the room itself, it's not a lot to show. So your double bed, you've got this little wall mirror. Again, like the last Riad, there's no television, there's no coffee machines, there's nothing like that. This is back to basics. I'm trying to explain this. I knew this when I booked the Riads. If I wanted to stay in a hotel, I would have booked a hotel. This was my choice to give a different variation on the channel. As I said, this is the second Riad, totally different to the last one. So let's have a little look here. So you've got your 2 bedside tables with your 2 lamps, a couple of small drawer space. I don't think there's going to be anything in them. Oh, pom-pom in that one. No, I don't think there's anything in them. A bit of paper in that one. No, there's nothing in them. You've got this storage space, and no, I've just had a quick look in one side, and it's full of blankets in that side, but this side does have some shelving space. I can't actually open it because of my bag and the coat stand is in the way, but you can just see in there is some shelving space which I will use a little bit later on. It's this stand, this closed coat stand is in the way, so I'll have to move that in a second. That's all my stuff down there. So it does look quite nice. The cleaners down there, you probably hear her in the background. And that's the central courtyard. I'll show you that again in a second. So let's check the bed. I'll go for this side. Scatter cushions everywhere. Just having a little look at that top sheet. Looks okay. Your pillows, they look like they've just been washed and thrown on. Again, with the cushions, the pillows themselves, there's no pillow protectors. And your bottom sheet, again, looks like it's just been washed and thrown on. And again, no mattress protector. We're just straight onto the mattress. Looking at the mattress as close as I can get, it looks fine. Yeah, it just looks fine to me. It's warm in here. They do have aircon. I'll try that in a second, but I think I'm going to have to close the windows if I want to put the aircon on. I'll give that a go in a second. So as I said, the bathroom itself isn't in, the ensuite isn't in the room itself. It's a private one. It's only for the people using this room. And it's just basically across the corridor. So there you go, there's your toilet. Nice and bright. And your shower cubicle. Little mirror, or a large mirror there as well. Your sink. Some sort of hand gel, shower gel, maybe shampoo there as well. Doesn't say nothing on the bottles. Some soap, your mirror, and your handheld. So this all looks okay. Looks fine. Again, like the last Riad, there's not really a lot to show other than the courtyard. Now, I've been told that the breakfast is served up on the roof terrace. We'll have a little look at that later on, and I'll have a little look around the courtyard a little bit later on, because the cleaner's out there and she's thrown the sheets out of each of the rooms. Obviously she's changing all the beds. I've arrived quite early and it just looks a bit of a mess down there at the moment. There's all clean and stuff everywhere. So I'll show you the main courtyard, the view I have from my balcony, and I'll take you up on the roof terrace if I can gain access to that a little bit later on. This is up onto the roof terrace. Apparently this is where breakfast is served in the morning. I gather it's out here. That wind's getting up. How the weather can change so quick. Early this morning when I left my first Riad to meet up with the guide that took me on my food tour, it was teeming down when I first left. Then it stopped a bit and it was cold, and then all of a sudden the sun come out and it was boiling because I had quite a thick jacket on. It was absolutely boiling, and now it's gone back to, I'm freezing, it's shivering, it's gone really cold again, and that's just changed so quick. Just in my room doing some work, and I wonder what the noise was, and believe it or not, it's the rain hammering down. The weather hasn't half changed, the wind's got up. Yes, it's absolutely teeming. And it's freezing as well. Good morning, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Breakfast is served between 8:30 and 10:30. Now, I'm not 100% certain how they're going to serve it. I didn't have my breakfast at the Riad yesterday because I was out on a food tour in the morning. So I've not actually had a breakfast here in Marrakech. This is the second day. So I'm about to find out. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not sure if it's going to be a buffet style or if they serve it to you. All I know is that it's up on the sun terrace. Now, last night it teamed down and the weather dropped right down and it was freezing cold. I had to put a blanket on. I know I'm in Marrakech. When you think of Morocco, you think of deserts, you think of sand and glorious sun and temperatures through the roof. No, it rained most of yesterday and it was freezing. Anyhow, let's go up and have breakfast. Change of plan, I did go up to the roof terrace, but everywhere is saturated. It's been teeming down all night and it's still raining slightly now and it is freezing cold up there. As you can see, I've had to put my coat on. So I've come back down and there's like this little seating area overlooking the courtyard. So I'm going to have my breakfast here instead. So back from breakfast. Breakfast I decided to have in the courtyard seating area as opposed to on the roof because it's still raining. Only spitting, but everywhere's still wet, the seats and tables. Breakfast itself, okay, served to you on a tray. It wasn't buffet style. There was pancakes, bread, cheese, marmalade, mint tea and orange juice. It was okay, filled a hole. Quite nice. So what do I think of this accommodation? The Riad Larose des Sables, if that's how you pronounce it. I arrived yesterday around about 1 o'clock. Check-in is 2 o'clock. The room was ready. I was greeted at the door by a guy called Hassan. All he wanted was a passport. I'd already booked and paid for this online. He wanted the passport. Now, when you arrive at Marrakech Airport, they write in your passport on the page a number and then they stamp over the number. I found out that's your tourist number that's allocated to you at the airport when you arrive. So I noticed Hassan just took a photograph on his phone of that number, the tourist number. Didn't scan the passport, didn't do anything. And he did ask me for the city stroke tourist tax, which worked out in our money £1.60, 20 dirham, I think it was. So once that was all done, he brought me up to the room 4. I'm in the Katoubia room, which is the name of the main mosque in the main square, Jamal El Fana. I'll get it right. He brought me up to the room, showed me my private ensuite and private toilet, and handed the key to me. So straightforward, getting checked in. The room itself, I know I'm coming to Riyadh. I'm not expecting spacious, huge rooms with all kinds of furniture in. I know it's the basics. The last one I stayed in was the basics. Got this double bed. The only thing I'd say about the double bed is very low. It's like a couple of inches off a futon. It's really low, this bed. Really good night's sleep. I had another 9 hours sleep last night, not a problem. So quiet, so peaceful in these riads. Okay, you'll hear people arriving and people going out, but it's so peaceful. It's the fact that you don't have a television. So there's no televisions blaring out in any rooms. Talking about your amenities, they're basic. Don't expect, I've said it before in the last video, don't expect your tea and coffee machines. Don't expect your televisions. Expect basic. You're lucky you've even got internet. Talking about internet, it's straight on. There's actually 2 internets here. There's one to connect for when you're up on the sun terrace or the roof. The sun terrace. Up on the roof, there's an internet that you can connect to there. So you've got a signal up there. And then there's the interior internet. And there's 4G and 5G. Not a problem getting onto the internet for the Wi-Fi. Other than that, that's it basically. Plenty of hot water again. I've always been wary coming to the Riad, so I'm thinking to myself, have they got hot water? I don't know what I'm expecting. I think I'm going back in like millions of years ago. and expecting, you know, I don't know, to scoop water out of a well or something. I don't know what I was thinking coming here. Absolutely, I tell you, Marrakech has blown my mind. It's nothing what I thought it would be. Anyhow, plenty of hot water, a really good night's sleep. If you're expecting luxuries, then you're not going to find them. There's no lifts, there's nothing like that. It stairs all the way up. If you want to go up for your breakfast, there's like 4 flights of stairs to get to the very top. So, the other thing you need to know now is the price. What did I pay? Well, excluding the city tax, I booked and paid online. This worked out. 2 people again, the price is for 2 people because you're actually renting the room. You're not renting per person. You're renting the room, and this sleeps 2 people. And that worked out at £52.30. £26.15. That's including your breakfast. What do I think of this Riad? I love it. Same as the last one. They are really sort of, they're not what I'm expecting, but they're a lot better than what I'm expecting, if you know what I mean. I'll tell you what, Marrakech is opening my eyes. I've walked around the main square of Marrakech so much. The alleyways and everything. Okay, cheating a bit with Google Maps, but once you get to know basic areas, everywhere else just sort of flows in. You think you're just going to get totally lost, but it doesn't matter where you turn down, you always end up in that main square. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got to check out now and make my way. It's about 15 minutes walk from here to my next Riad. If you'd like to see what that one's like, then tune in for the next video. Don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, like, share, of course, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.